Hi Chavy, amazing. Welcome to 0 to Pro. Amazing. You're holding already in a really great place. That's excellent. Really looking forward to seeing the refining of your already obvious talent. Okay. Couple of words of introduction. Number one is there's 3 things that we ask of you each week, and you've done them both this week. We've done everything. It's 1, listen to the class, obviously. Number 2, the homework. Number 3, the photo shoot. The photo shoot is the most important, okay? So you've done it here. Some people in the first class, because obviously they're thinking, the homework's obviously most important. Then the photo shoot is the same each week. I'll talk about, but we'll get to that another time. It's the opposite. The class gets the information into your head. The the homework gets the information into your heart, means you understand it, and the photo shoot gets the information into your hands, which really means you become it. And then what happens when you understand the technical side of photography, then your mind is able and freed up to start thinking about the creative side of photography and the beautiful side of photography, which is what we're really what we want to be about. I'm not a numbers person, and although I'm a very precise person, I don't feel that I'm such a technical person. But once you know how to use the camera and you understand the limitations of photography and the things that photography can do, lenses and the different effects we've got available to us, then you can start to see a picture and think, okay, that looks cool. However, I know that if I got that blurry in the background, which I can do with my camera, that would look even cooler. Or if there's lots of different things that's just a very obvious, simple example of what photography can do. But understanding what photography can do is going to open up your mind in a creative way. That's a kind of further drasha that I usually say for a little later on, but I can see you're holding in a great place, so I hit you with that immediately. Okay, let's jump in. That is excellent. Also, what camera are you using? Even better, you're using a entry-level camera, a really entry-level camera. That's excellent. It's much more exciting when that's the case. How are you shooting? You're shooting on program. Okay, good. So we'll get you into manual soon. Zvat Hashem. I'm assuming that you don't understand the stats. Yeah, you for sure don't understand the stats. You just see that. Yeah, that's for sure. I think you're shooting in program. Okay, so you have a very sensitive soul to the image, to the mechanics of the image. That's excellent. That's the rare thing that you find that can make a photographer truly exceptional. Okay, you can become a great photographer, an excellent photographer, but to become a truly, if you don't have this, in the most intrinsic way, but if you do have that sensitivity to the image, then you can become a truly exceptional photographer. Okay, so the reason why I said great to this picture as triangle is because what most people do is they grab a deodorant can and a sellotape holder and a pair of scissors and they stick it together and they turn it into a triangle. Great. However, the real point of a triangle is that the point of seeing shapes and images is all to do with understanding lines. Not just that you've got a pile of objects that creates a triangle, that's obvious, but understanding that triangles are created through lines that exist in the world. So over here, for example, this towel here, you've created a triangle because you came from a certain perspective. So we have as our triangle. However, if I was to come around here, this triangle would just fade away into it wouldn't exist in such a way. So there's a triangle that comes because of the lines and because of your perspective, and it's easy to see triangles otherwise, but the real skill, the higher level, is being able to maneuver yourself that lines link up that aren't necessarily in the same place. They're in different planes, different distances from you, and by putting yourself in that position, you end up creating triangles and circles, etc., etc. Okay, nice one. Let's see here. What's this? Texture? Yes, that is texture. Okay. You just missed your exposure. You just missed it. Your too long exposure, so you're going to learn about all this stuff. You will enjoy that. Okay, you have three basic kinds of lines. You have vertical, horizontal, and diagonal. And the vertical lines are vertical lines are dynamic, and horizontal lines are passive. So just as an interesting look at this image, don't forget that we're looking at a book, okay? We're looking at an abstract piece of art, okay, with the textures and the lines and stuff. And look at the difference. Try and feel the difference in the energies of this image and this image. Isn't that amazing? How much more passive and relaxed that is, and how much more dynamic that is. That's to do with horizontal and vertical lines. Okay, our job as photographers is going to be tasting all of the tensions and energies around you, tensions and energies around you graphically, and thinking like a master chef. You know, she'll taste the whatever she's made, and she'll think, oh, it needs X, Y, Z. So too, we need to look at the picture and think it needs a little bit more of this. We can use flash as well. That's something that we have available to us. You're not going to learn about that in this course, but please God, by the time you finish the course, there will be a flash course available. We are working on it right now. Also in Lightroom, at Photoshop, post-editing, you're allowed to do a lot of this kind of stuff. Okay, excellent. That is a cool texture. It looks like the Himalayas, no? Just interesting enough, this here is obviously the point of focus, and that's drawing our eye. Your eye is magnetically, magnetically drawn or pulled by sharp parts of an image, by sharpness. So just an interesting thing. See this big blotch of whatever that is? If we just crop in, look how much more energy our image will have. If we just crop in close and leaving out part of the image that isn't all of this as well, doesn't have the same energies. This is a soft texture, this is a hard texture, so this is more energized than this. Good, okay, it's great. We can see you in America. That is a pattern. Thank you for being careful and making sure that it is straight nearly. With a picture like this, good idea to go super straight. That's not super straight, but we're going to keep going. This is great. Pattern reoccurring geometric sequence. You nailed it. Good. This is also a great example of perspective. Let's just see here. So it's interesting. You're in program, but it looks like you understand aperture a little bit. I know, okay, I'm a little bit, but again, I'd like to speak to you to hear like where you are in understanding the stats, but it looks like they're kind of a mystery to you. So that will all become very, very clear to you, and you will feel very comfortable behind your camera very soon. Okay, this is a great shot. Depth, it definitely has depth. The actual shot there is gorgeous. You took it this week with everything else, yeah. 1 second. It might be that I'd crop in a little bit closer. Good. Okay, you have depth. It's too slow, which means you didn't. It's just soft. Because it was there's a teeny bit of camera shade there, but you did very well for a 30th of a second. That is very good. Okay, this is excellent. Great shot. Really nice energies, well balanced. Good triangle moving in this way. Excellent. Love the colours. I love the this breakdown over here, this pattern over here. Excellent. Okay, depth. That is definitely a good depth shot. Okay, nice one. Good triangles. Remember, triangles, we have 3 primary shapes: triangles, squares, and circles. And triangles are dynamic, just like vertical lines, and circles are more passive, just like horizontal lines. So here we go. By definition, these kind of images end up with a kind of dynamic tension. Okay, nicely centered, good shot. Okay, balance. I think it needs a teeny bit more, but maybe not. Maybe not. This is a very complicated image because these lines in the background weigh something. If these lines didn't exist, then it would be a much easier picture. But these lines do quite a lot graphically. Do a lot graphically. We're moving. Is it balanced? Let me have a look. Could be that you could add a teeny little bit more over here, but it's basically balanced. Also, maybe a little bit underneath as well. A point of entry that you'll learn about in the next class is her eyes, and we start moving this direction. Okay, so that balances out. That's great. Second. Okay, let's keep going. That is a great photograph. That is a great photograph. I'd be very happy if I took that picture. There is the question, the slight question I feel is, should you crop a little bit more from this side? The edit is very nice. Her eyes could maybe be a little brighter. Maybe, I'm not sure. We could soften the skin a teeny bit. I wouldn't leave the crop as it is. I would either do this, even a little bit more. I'd either do this, or would that work in this case? No, it's just too cute. See, the tensions we're going to learn in the next class. With tensions, if the tension goes into the side of the canvas, it creates a more dynamic, energized feel. But she's still a little cute to do that kind of thing. You'll see in the next class. It usually works with older ladies or girls. But a great shot, a lot of energy, nice movement, good contrast, good shapes, excellent. Okay, I have to be really hard on you now, so because you're so good. The less compliments you get from me, usually it means the better you're doing. So I would crop in a little bit. So it's a very beautiful picture. The colours are gorgeous and everything. Just the lighting on her face is very. Using flash? No. It's the. You wouldn't have been able to do any different unless you had flash, and I wouldn't use flash in a situation like this probably, or a reflector. But these shadows, just for you to be aware, okay. This is something that we're not looking for in a picture generally, especially with a kid, because we're trying to light things a little flatter. And there's the 4 lighting schemes. We're not going to get into that now. But anyway, that's the only thing for me that drops this picture. The actual qualities, the perspective here, and the textures and the texture in the background go beautifully with this cheeky little face. It's gorgeous. It's a great shot. Just as some constructive criticism, the shadows take away. They could also be dealt with a little bit in Lightroom. But again, great sensitivities. Great shot. Okay. Also, a nice shot. I would probably crop in a little closer. Also, one thing that I'm keen on doing is these, I won't just have it. The truth is, here, this actually works exceptionally well. It really does. Generally, to just have like a blob of green in the front from some kind of flower or plant is not a good idea, and you need to cover more. You need it to be more. Here it kind of works. It could be that I might put in more. The light on her face is nice, as opposed to see the difference in the light here and the light here. Okay, the light here is very beautiful. I think there's cloud cover there, which means that it's later in the day. That means that the rim light on her hair is actually very subtle. Great, nice look, balanced, got nice movement into this side. Good, you have excellent sensitivities to the image. Excellent. Okay, let's keep going forward. Okay, cute, I like that. what about doing something, maybe, I don't know if your camera could take this, but a crop. It's not pin sharp, so you can't get away with doing that at all. 1 second. But it's again a nice shot, 1.8. You just missed the, yeah, this is for sure you don't understand, which is, this could have been easily remedied, and you will learn how to remedy this shot next, the 3rd class, by using a quicker shutter speed. But the actual repetition here is beautiful. It's a cute moment. It's cool. The colour of the background contrasted with the foreground, with the textures here against the textures here, the horizontal pattern here and the vertical pattern here. All of that adds a lot. Your subjects pop out from the background. That's great. You've got a nice strong shape over here. That's everything's based around. Great shot. Like I said, you just lost it because you just missed getting it sharp because of your shutter speed. But next time you'll nail that one. Okay, this is cute. I'm assuming this is like a mother or something, or sister. It's nicely framed. I mean, the thing is, it would be nice to see a little bit more of this lady, or I don't know who it is. It'd be nice to see a little bit more, to just have a little bit of context what's going on. You know, maybe if there's a shopping bag hanging down and it was a little bit, or just something to try and get a little bit more in focus. But the actual, again, the sensitivity to the image is great. This is a problem here that could be remedied by the mother moving over a little bit and you moving with her, or moving this way a little drop. Again, the sensitivity to the image are excellent. You're in a great place to be an amazing photographer. 1 second. I'll probably go with the panoramic crop. Okay, let's take something into Lightroom. Wow, so many good pictures. Really amazing. Let's take this one into Lightroom. Save it. Part of the course is that each week we take one of your pictures. I take one of your pictures and I do an edit in Lightroom. Although it seems to me from this image that you are already acquainted with Lightroom, so that's exciting. Again, I would try and teach you according to your level. So as I learn more from you through your pictures, then I will hone in on the areas that are really going to be helpful to you, because the overall picture you've got you're sensitive already. So let's just look at this. I would turn this black and white. I want to bring that eyelash out. That's what this whole thing to me is right now. I'm going to use my clarity tool. Just got to make it a little bit smaller. Just so now that's a problem. The darkness underneath. I don't like that. So how can we do that? I suppose I could do, if I use let's create a new one, and I will use, I will use my auto mask, and I will zoom in, pressing space. Now that should allow me to just do the hairs. Yeah. Nope, sorry, no good. Let's just get rid of this. Delete and delete. So I think maybe cropping a little closer. I can't really make much more of that. There's not that much more to do here. Maybe just a slight vignette, I think. Just a very subtle vignette. There is another direction we could go in. Let's have a look. Which is maybe by sharpening all of this and brightening it a teeny little bit. Actually more with the contrast, I think. And then we'll duplicate. Put this over here. take it to 0, invert, which now means I'm doing the action all around it, and just darken a little bit. I'll brighten a bit. And soften. It's very different. I'm not sure if I'm into it. I think I'm going to go with the darker option. And then I think I want to throw in a slight warmth as well. Just like that. Excellent. That's nice. I think we will also just drop the clarity of the overall image as well. Second. Just like that. Let's have a look. Okay. You could argue. I don't like the. If we wanted it in colour, I think we'd have to do a little bit with the colour over here. But excellent, excellent beginning. I'm very excited to have you on board, and looking forward to seeing what you do for us next week. Okay, all the best.